Okay. Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing? Shalom, shalom, shalom. Good morning. Boker Tov. Good afternoon. Sorayim Tov. Good evening. Erev Tov. Just want to take a moment to welcome you again to the Nubian King broadcast. And where am I at? Well, Israel, Northeast Africa. Yes, yes, yes. Title of this broadcast is what? Price increases since Kamala Harris took office. Now, let's get right into it. We don't have much time left. It's really crunch time. And we see that mainstream news media, whoo-wee. Boy, what lies and deception. She still haven't given an interview. Like sit down, answer all these questions. And that is the reason. It's the reason for that. But I want to talk to you about this report that came out from the Trump-Vance campaign. It holds a press briefing, right? And they did this on the outskirts of the DNC in Chicago, August 19th. Let me go over the price increases since Kamala Harris took office 3.5 years ago. And they all out there like, this is a woman running to be the president that you all don't know. 3.5 years. Baking good has gone up 27.2%. Let's be specific. These are the things that each and every individual need, not abortion. Each and every individual don't need an abortion, but each and every individual need to eat. Butter and margarine has gone up 30.9% since Kamala Harris has taken office. Flour has gone up 37.5%. Cooking oil has gone up 38.3%. That means the chicken that you paying more for, it costs you more to cook it. Or the fish, or the hamburger, or them steakums, whatever you're eating is costing you more since this individual has taken office. These are facts over feelings. These are facts. The numbers don't lie. Let's talk about children food. When you got children and you need to feed them. Children food price is going up 24.1%. Let's talk specific food. Baby formula has increased 30.1%. Elementary school lunches have gone up 65.5%. Do you all know that there are many children across America that the only meal they can look forward to is the school lunch once a day because they're not eating at home? This is reality in the United States of America, the greatest country in the world. Apple juice gone up 23.2%. That's since Kamala Harris took office 3.5 years ago. And now she's the one running around talking about fixing something. You caused it. I can end the broadcast right there with 5 minutes. You make the decision. That's on you. But they're not allowing her to take any question because they know she can't answer questions intelligently because she don't know anything. How do I say that? You need to listen to Judge Joe Brown. Go back there on YouTube and listen to Judge Joe Brown break Kamala Harris' record down. So here's an individual that she did not get in the position she's in through the normal pathway where you have to know a lot of stuff. You understand? You have to know what you're talking about. And then if you listen to her, stop being emotional. And she is just like Trump said. He was absolutely true. I've never known her to be nothing but an Indian. And there's two popular videos that's all over the internet showing how she distinctly says she's Indian, raised by an Indian mother, Indian food, her and the woman in the kitchen. And then when she became senator, the guy that gave her the interview said, "You're the first Indian American to become a senator." And so when Trump said, "I've never known her to be nothing but Indian," you see, this is the reason why they've been beating Trump to pieces, because they don't want you to vote for him, because this woman is the perfect candidate for their New World agenda or any agenda that the powers that be that run the country, corporate America. She's a perfect individual to be in that position, because she's going to do whatever they tell her to do, because she's not loyal. Actually, she's loyal actually only to herself. So when you have an individual like that, they don't care. This woman has never birthed children from between her legs. So she don't have that connection with children like the woman that have birthed children. She don't have any children of her own. She's raising Doug Emhoff's children. Those are stepchildren. Still, that doesn't count when it comes to actual 9 months carrying that child, being woke up at night with the baby kicking, and the dad, the father, laying over there asleep, getting ready to go to work the next day. And the mother and child had this unique relationship for 9 months before the baby is born. You understand? So they already got a good relationship going. Then that child, those cells come from the mother. You understand? And so there's a real serious connection between mother and child. And when you bring that child into the world, you have a whole different energy when it comes to your child and even other children, because you're vibrating on that mother energy. Well, when you have a woman that never went through all of that, she has absolutely no idea, no consciousness. She don't have the sensitivity that mothers have when it comes to children. So for her to see elementary school lunches going up 65%, is no connection with her. There's no impact on her, because she's never had to deal with her own children, little babies, changing diapers several times a day, breastfeeding them. She never went through that. So she can be cold, callous, and insensitive to everything. And out of all of the price increase, I got 6 metrics: butter, margarine, flour, butter and margarine, flour, cooking oil, baby formula, elementary school lunches, and apple juice. That's 6 of them, right? Now, the one that have gone up the most in price is the elementary school lunch. It's 65.5%. So she can't have any relationship with that, because she never brought forth any children of her own. She's over there taking care of his children. Doug Emhoff is a European with his European children, and she come in and she's mixed race, right? And she's taking care of his children. So when you see the metric of elementary school lunches going up 65.5%, as a mother, she has no connection with that, because she's not an organic mother that birthed children from between her legs. So all of these things does corporate America great, because everything is going up in price except your pay. So what I mean, corporate America is the one. All these metrics that I'm stating to you is increases in costs that the consumer has to pay. And who's the consumer? All of us. Butter and margarine, flour, cooking oil, all of us. Baby formula, millions and millions of children. Elementary school lunches, millions and millions of children. Apple juice, millions and millions of Americans. So you're paying more for the same thing. Nothing never changed. Okay, it's the exact same thing sitting on the shelf. When you went in there last night, it cost, just as an example, it cost $5. You go in there tomorrow morning, it costs $7. What changed? Not absolutely nothing. That product that was on the shelf yesterday is the same product there today. but now you got to pay more money to get it. But at the same time, you're not getting any more money to keep up with all of this. You see what I'm saying? And so I'm dealing with facts and not feelings and emotions. You know what I'm saying? I'm dealing with numbers, which numbers don't lie. Now let me read you something else here in case you're undecided. Now I just went off to you and showed you all of these increases in food prices, right? Then let me show you something else with that. These prices that I just gave you was the prices that increase in prices since Kamala Harris took office. I showed you the baking goods going up overall 27.2%, and children food is going up 24.1%. And let me show you something concerning the 4 years that Trump was in office. You look at the inflation rate during the Trump administration, it was 1.9% inflation. Now, under the Biden-Harris administration, it's 17%. This is Kamala Harris. Okay, gas prices during the Trump administration was $2.17 average. Under the Kamala Harris, Biden-Harris administration, gas price average nationwide, $3.96. That's 4 pennies less than $4 right now. You know, the average. More or less, you know, you go to some places, few pennies less, other places, a few pennies more. So that's why they say the national average. 30-year mortgage, when it comes to getting a house under Trump, 30-year mortgage was average, 2.68%. Now, under Biden, buying a house is 7.48%. See, these 1 and 2 percentage points spread out over 30 years is thousands of dollars more that you're paying for that house. And everything under the Biden-Harris, Kamala Harris administration is increased. Now, the average rent during the Trump 4-year administration was $1,096. That's the average rent on either a house, apartment, what have you. That was the average, $1,096. Now, during the current Biden-Harris, Kamala Harris administration, the average rent is $2,395. That's more than double. Now, remember, I keep stressing this is the Harris administration. She has been the vice president for these 3.5 years, and she is directly 100% organically connected to all of this increased cost of living in the United States of America because she is the vice president. Now, the NASDAQ during the Trump administration was up 62%. That means investors, stock market, derivatives, options, what have you, was making great money. But the Biden administration has been squashed down to a 13.8%. That means the money is slow. The people that had been making money, you know, they're not making the kind of money they used to make. And this is why you hear so many people talk about, no, my money was better during the Trump administration. All right, now we get into that particular metric that every single individual walking around the United States of America and planet Earth need, and that's grocery prices. You got to eat. Grocery prices under the Trump administration was an average 3.5%. That's it, up 3.5%. That's during the 4 years that Trump was the president. The grocery prices now today under the Biden-Harris, Kamala Harris administration is up 25%. I just told you baking goods up 27.2%. Children food up 24.1%. Electricity under Trump 4 years was no change, and electricity under the Harris administration up 21.43%. 21.43%. You're paying more for electricity. Now, for the working people under Trump, your real average hourly earnings was up 7.1%. You made a little bit more money. Under the Harris, the Biden-Harris, Harris-Biden 3.5 year administration, just a smidgen over 3.5 years now, you was down negative, less 3.5%. You see, this is how I'm looking at this. All of this hype and booty shaking and entertainers and Democrats is throwing on you make no difference whatsoever. And that's very insulting for intelligent people, for you to bring out entertainers just to draw the people's in there. And then, I heard this controversy that Beyonce was supposed to have been performing at the DNC, but they knew that was a lie. They had some other entertainer there, but they put out this rumor that Beyonce was coming, because you remember when they was in Atlanta, they had the other girl out there twerking and everything. Her name is man, slipped my mind. The sister that was at the Atlanta rally where Megan Thee Stallion. They had her out there, her girl shaking and twerking and everything. And when they announced to the public they was going to have her there, a lot of people came for that free concert, because right now she's hot, Megan Thee Stallion. But when she left, they didn't pan that camera around and let you see all them people walking out when Harris started talking. Individuals with cell phone uploaded that footage, and certainly they was working triple time to wipe that off the net, because they want you to think that everybody's going for Harris. You understand? But they suppressing all real data. You have to go to these independent news journalists. You have people that are actually journalists. They went to school, they studied, they good, and they still have the desire to report the news truthfully for what it is. Not go out here and be a propaganda network like CNN, constant negative news, where they just, gaslighting you and bamboozling you with lies and deception about what it really is. And so the way they think, they want you to believe that everybody's going over here, follow the crowd. Oh, it's happening over here. It's pumped. It's hype. This is it. This is where you need to be. Remind me, I'm a professional DJ, right? And I've DJed in a lot of different venues. And when the new club opened and the owners, if they're smart and they advertise correct, then you got a lot of people over there, right, at the new club, because everybody want to be at the new spot. Greetings also, Golden Gold, one of my most diligent listeners, Golden Gold. You know what? We need to get together. You need to come on. Click on and chop it up with me. How you doing, Golden Gold? Everything's good with you? And so just like the new club, everybody want to pop up in there. They want to be seen where the people at. And so they're working this thing with this Kamala Harris woman. They're trying to hype people up to believing that that's where everybody's going. That's where everybody vote. You want to be with the in crowd. And that's absolutely not true. I mean, it's so easy to hear another conversation concerning that. All you got to do is just go to YouTube, bam, and you got a slew of independent journalists and people reporting, what's going on, right? And it's not good. I don't see it good nowhere. It's just all terrible. I'm scrolling through it now, and it's all bad. Anyway, yeah, Golden Gold, would you like to come on in a few minutes and make some comment or whatnot? You can show your face. You don't have to show your face, so that the people can hear what you have to say. Yeah. So anyway, those are the numbers. I don't want to drag it out long. Let me see. I put the link. Yeah. You can click on the link. If you like to come on, let me put the link on again. I'm gonna put the link over here again in the comment. If you'd like to come on, just click on it. Yeah, you can use the rain check. I'll be back. More than likely, I'll be back this time next Friday, because let me see what time it is. It's 5:08 now in the morning. I got up to get with the Philip Scott on the Philip Scott audio experience. He does his live Friday. So I'll be up again next week. So, let's be ready to chop it up next week. You come on and, make the comments and everything. It's always something good to say. And up until this election right now, this is one of the main topics everybody's talking about. So anyway, I wanted to say that to everybody to, just give you concrete information to help you make a decision and not get caught up with the hype and all the lies that they're spinning. And that Democrat Party, man, they're a mess. It's incredible how, they like the ghetto party, just like, oh man, they like some ghetto, got the twerkers out there and shaking their butts and doing all kind of radical stuff, all kind of people up in the place. And now they was in the exact same place that the Republicans had their rally. And you didn't hear anything about businesses boarding up and closing and getting out because they figured that when the Republicans show up, it's going to get wow. But when the Democrat came, the businesses started boarding up all around the place, getting up out of there because they was expecting violence. Because that's, American people are clear. And you know what really makes me feel good is black people. Man, my people, look, y'all popping, man. I'm like, I really enjoy listening to brothers and sisters articulate this political thing. Now, I remember when I was not no way, shape, form, fashion interested in politics. Before Barack Obama, you couldn't get me to sit down 3 minutes to listen to C-SPAN and a Senate hearing committee or whatever. It didn't make no difference. I thought it was the most boring, uninteresting thing you could watch on TV. But what happened after Barack Obama? Like, what? A black man? Wow. Start paying attention. And you paid attention so much that the brother, he was suave, he had his swag, cool, he spoke well, and he made politics interesting. Then he got that wife, big tall stallion, Amazon, that they still don't know. They talk about it. She's a man. Wee, good googly boo. You know what? I'm gonna tell you, man. If Michelle, man, we are in major trouble. Forget Kamala Harris. We got something bigger than Harris. That big fine chocolate woman, if that's a man, oh, I'm scared to go out the house. I'll tell you, man. You remember Frankenstein? Yeah, Frankenstein, Dr. Frankenstein, he was trying to make a man, right? He made this big old monster. Well, I say today, Dr. Frankenstein has perfected his craft. He giving out booty, breasts, lips. This one white woman, she just turned herself into a black woman. Big old breasts, lips and everything, and moved to Africa. Oof. So anyway, yeah, if Michelle is really a man, shit. Well, we got more to worry about than Kamala Harris. But anyway, that's it. Price increase since Kamala Harris took off his baking good up 27.2% average. Children food up 24.1%. And your money ain't increased. Another point, I remember seeing Don Lemon, who was over there on Constant Negative News, the channel they call CNN, Constant Negative News. Don Lemon was out just, walking around the street. and asking random people in a blue state, all right, who you gonna vote for? Trump, Trump, Trump. Now, I just want to mention this point that Don Lemon, he still has that programming in his mind. You know, he haven't broke out of that programming that they go through, that they don't even realize they gone through. This mode of thinking, right? Don was asking black men, who you gonna vote for? Trump. Who you gonna vote for? Trump. And one brother, he said, who you gonna vote for? Trump or Harris? And he was like, oh, don't get me in that. I think the brother was kind of nervous to say he wanted to vote for Trump, you know, because so many people have been trying to shame black men and intimidate us into voting for the woman because she's a woman. And I'm gonna tell you, no, she ain't black. I've never heard her openly say, I am a black American woman. And she can't say that because she's always stood on the Indian thing. You all should have seen the 2 videos of her saying she's Indian. The one in the kitchen with the woman talking about some Indian dish, and the other one being interviewed when she got to become the senator. So anyway, Don Lemon asked this brother, who you vote for? He said Trump. He said, why? He said, during the Trump administration, I made more money. I got more money in my pocket. Don Lemon said, no, that's not true. The economy was worse under Trump. The brother just started laughing in his face. He said, what? You know, just think about that. Now, the man said, I got more money in my pocket during the Trump administration. Don Lemon, right off the rip, said, no, the economy was worse under Trump. The brother just started laughing. And he looked at him like, ain't you a fool? You understand? See, it's that program that still Don Lemon running on. You know, listen to the mainstream news propaganda network that program you into thinking the way they want you to think. The economy was not worse under Trump. It is worse now. Do you know over on Redacted, Clayton and Natalie Morris, they reported how the Biden-Harris, Kamala Harris administration has been lying about the job report. They said 800,000 jobs that they claim they created is nowhere. No, couldn't find them. Disappeared. Where they at? Not in existence. They lie to you, just like I told you yesterday about the poll number. These people will lie, cheat, steal, rob, whatever they need to do to achieve their end objective. Just like the old man say, the end justifies the means. So at the end of everything you do, you're going to wind up becoming the president. The president is the objective. That's the end result of all of your activities. So when you look at becoming the president, whatever means you go about to achieve that, they say it's okay. Lie, cheat, steal, corrupt, whatever. Get to be the president. Okay? And so just like Clayton and Natalie Morris over on Redacted, they proved to the numbers, man, these jokers ain't been creating no jobs. And it's like, you ask yourself, how many people you know done found decent jobs here lately? There you go. Just ask yourself, how many people around you that you know that done got some jobs in this Biden and Harris administration? They've been lying to you. And it's sad, actually, that so many people still to this day believe in the mainstream news media. See, one thing, okay, if you want to look at another comparison, why Trump or why not Harris? Trump, you know, really was a thorn in their sides, because he wasn't a career politician. He come from that business arena. Okay, investing, return. I give you this. What is my expected return? That's his whole mindset. Just like I told you about Don Lemon, where he right off the rip told the brother, no, that's not true. The economy was worse under Trump. And the brother had just said, I got more money in my pocket during the Trump administration. And I just read you how wages have decreased tremendously, decreased under the Biden-Harris administration. These are facts. And so for Don Lemon to just right off the rip say, no, the economy works, it shows you what kind of knuckleheads we're dealing with. The programming is atrocious. May have something to do with the vacation that people are taking, that they classify these people that took the vacation as non-human. So it's a lot of incredible things going on, and they're bombarding your mind with bullshiggity that has you walking around in space. You don't even know you're up there. From the food stuff that they're feeding you, to the sound, the colors, the sights, the smells, everything that they're doing to your mind. And at the same time, they can stand up and show you these things, and you march right on in there. Okay? And this woman, if you can't even listen to her, how do you stand before the people and say you'll snatch their patents if they don't do, we'll take over? Come on, girl. Shazam, if you're trying to get over on somebody, you can't talk like that. She's so knucklehead, she don't even know how to talk slick. Like, well, if the corporation don't adhere to the government standards, then we'll have to sit down with them and see what's the best course forward. That's where you say that. You don't say we'll snatch their patent. You see what I'm saying? So that's why they won't let her go and interview. Because if they let this child go out there and interview, she will knuckle up everything. All the little hype and the lies they done built up, she will tear them down in one quick interview. But you know what's going to happen? When she get up on that daggone stage in that debate with Trump and they give him 2 minutes to talk, end of the road. Hope you enjoyed it. Just like Tulsi Gabbard that mocked the flow with her during her presidential run. Y'all forgot? This woman ran for president back in 2019, 2020, the summer of 2020. They had that debate when Tulsi Gabbard ran down that record that is absolutely true. Now they're trying to say, oh, she didn't lock up 1,500 black men for marijuana charges. See, these people are so evil and corrupt. They're trying to use evil reasoning to spin her out of the truth that she did lock them up, by saying, well, during the time she was the DA and the transition, the attorney general, the numbers, but it was only 45 men. But still 45 men. But it's still true that the brother that was innocent being held on death row, that woman, Kamala Harris, withheld critical information that would have freed him from death row to be executed. That woman would not release the information until the court order came down on her, threatening her with prison time if she don't let the information go. When they finally wrestled it out of this woman's hand, the man was innocent. Can you imagine that? Yeah, that's the one got you coming to the free concert talking about fight, we ain't gonna go back, some kind of catchphrase. And now she's parroting, saying the same thing Donald Trump been saying, no tax on tip. And you believe that? Y'all clapping and cheering like, what? You don't know Donald Trump been saying that? No, because they done brainwash you into thinking that Trump is the worst guy. I ain't finna vote for no felon. Oh man, somebody say he'll grab a woman by the pussy. Well, I would rather have a dude that'll grab a woman by the pussy than to be a pussy president. You feel me? Man. And so how long are you gonna stay stuck on too stupid? Are you going home taking stupid pills every night? Seriously. I mean, you facts don't mean nothing to you. No, she's a black woman, that's it. And she ain't even said herself she black. The girl got a father from Jamaica that is a tenured college professor that she don't even have a good relationship with him. Her and her father is at odds. You know why? See, I had to find out what was the issue. She did a radio interview a while ago. This is a long time ago, And see, he's from those. He's a Jamaican, but he's one of those, quote unquote, uppity, educated, highfalutin Jamaican. That his nose in the air, his pride, and and those kind of things. He take real serious, pride in family, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so what happened? Kamala Harris was doing this radio broadcast, and they was asking her about smoking marijuana, and she was young, knucklehead, and she talked about smoking marijuana, and that sent her father off because he said she was a total, complete embarrassment to the family name. And right there, that rift developed between he and her. So here you got a woman running around, mixed race, Jamaican father, Indian mother, never had children of her own, doing whatever. We know the relationship between her and Willie Brown. She was young girl, he was 60 something and married, and this was an illicit, adulterous relationship he was engaged in. It was more on him than her, because the man had to take more responsibility of how you manage in a relationship. Daggone well, you got a wife and you out here screwing around with this young girl. That was more on Willie Brown than just her. And then she had a portion to play because she, was being whorish. All right. So you got to listen to Judge O'Brien going tough on her, because he was out there and he came all the way up and he know the woman. And so you got the independent journalists that talk about her psyche being a psychopathic narcissist. I mean, this guy broke it down, woo. He said, now, you see how California, fared under her attorney generalship. He said, now, leopard don't change this spot. She is who she is. Now, if you think she did California dirty, what you think she'll do to this country as the president? It would be awful. Just like standing up there talking about she'll snatch their patent. Whew. Man, you know what? Look, just, if at all possible, try to calm down and look at these facts and figures. Look at these numbers. The price increases since Kamala Harris took office. Butter and margarine up 30.9%. Flour up 37.5%. Cooking oil up 38.3%. That's your bread right there. Flour, oil, margarine, that's your bread. It's all up in price. Then over at the children, baby formula up 30.1%. Elementary school lunches up 65.5%. I told you, you have a lot of children, they only meal that they can look forward to is the school lunch. And then you got the apple juice up 23.2%. This is food every single individual need to eat. Whether you pregnant and talking about some abortion rights or no abortion right, Roe versus Wade, this, that, another thing. And then another point, they was lying, talking about Trump say he gonna take away all that. Trump stood up there and told him he gonna leave all that on the state. He said that he said he believed in three things. If you raped, or your life is at stake, or I think it's incest, yeah, you should get an abortion. But other than that, outside of that, he said he's gonna leave all that to the state. No, she and the Democrats lying, and you talking about Trump say he's gonna knock it all off. Anyway, I'm finna fill out this ticket. I'm gonna win the lottery, and I'm gonna disappear. You like that? Huh? I'm finished. That's it. I don't want to talk no more. Y'all got it. You got the information. You got the numbers, and we're dealing with facts over feeling now. You get all emotional, looking at the stars and listen to the lies and the hype, but you got to deal with facts. You know what I'm saying? Just like the old man said to me, boy, you better know the difference between what's real and what you feel, it's like eat you up, boy. Boy. No, the man said that. So you have to know, you got to be able to distinguish the difference between what you feel and what's real. Okay? Facts over feeling, no emotions. These are the numbers, they real. All right? Now, I appreciate you taking time to listen to me. One of my favorite, most consistent listeners, Golden Gold. I hope we can chop it up next Friday at this time. Be ready with your comments, whatever you like to say. You can come on, show your face, or you cannot, just be your audio. But I'm looking forward to chopping up with you. Okay? Let me put my email address in here just in case. With 1 second. Just in case you might want to shoot me an email for something, even a reminder that you're coming. Okay, let me check it. AHVETSO1. Okay, that's my email, and I'm checking the email every day. So you can send me a message, even a reminder, and give me a time. Like right now, it's 5:28 in the morning over here. So if you are on the East Coast, it would be 9:28 at night. No. 10:28 at night if you're on the East Coast. So if you're on the East Coast, it's 10:28 Central, then it'll be 9:28. Okay? But shoot me an email and let me know what time you like to come on. And Friday is good because we don't work tomorrow, Shabbat. I can get some good rest. And we'll chop it up, leave some good commentary for the people. All right? Okay, looking forward to it. But until next time, you don't have to go home, but you can stay here. I used to close the club out when I was in the show. Okay, so you're saying 10:30? Yeah, that's what time it is. So just let me know. You can shoot me an email right there, or if you like to say it now before I close out, what time we can get together. That'd be wonderful. But just like I would close the club out, you don't got, that's all, folks. You don't have to go home, but you can stay here. Oh boy, I've been DJ too long. Nevertheless, I said it because I love you. That's why I'm interested. I got family. I have friends still in America. And believe it or not, I'll be going to America pretty soon. I'm looking within a very, very short period of time, jumping out to do a visit. My best friend lives in Florida, and then I got family and spread it out across America between Atlanta, Arkansas, and I'm going to another place. I'm moving out of Israel, and I'm relocating, and I'm not telling anyone right now because I just need peace. I need quiet. And it's going to be somewhere remote. I'm not telling you until I pop up. It's not now. It's going to be Be'ezrat Hashem. Be'ezrat Hashem in Hebrew is God, Yah willing. Then we looking at a very, very short time that I'll be bouncing up out of Israel. I'm coming to America to visit family and friends. And then I'm going to my final destination on this planet. And when I get there, and if I end up getting off the planet, I shoot your email. Okay. I said it because I love you from the basement of my heart, and that's a whole lot of love. But how long do I love you? Ooh, I love you 24/7. That means I love you all the time. Shalom. In Georgia.